Do you need to be loved, or do you need to be free? Most men today live as shadows of who they could be. They exist, but they don't live. They breathe, but they are suffocating. And even those who claim to be awake, conscious, enlightened, still walk shackled by a need that is nearly invisible, yet brutally powerful. The need for a woman's approval. Nietzsche didn't hate women, he hated illusion. And that's what most men still haven't understood. This is not about her, it's about what she represents. The mirror in which you seek to see yourself. The reflection where you hope to find what you've lost from yourself. But what if that reflection is a lie? What if everything you're trying to become, just to please someone else, is exactly what's killing you inside? That's the poison Nietzsche saw with surgical precision. The modern man, instead of being a master of himself, has become a servant to the image he wants to create. And in the relationship with a woman, that reveals itself in the most cruel way. A complete surrender of his own will in exchange for scraps of affection, sex, validation. Nietzsche would call this voluntary self-humiliation. But the problem isn't her, it's you. It's the emptiness you carry. It's the silence you try to fill with the noise of her desires. How many times have you done something just to be noticed? How many times have you twisted your words, your tastes, your values, just to gain approval from someone who may not even have been looking at you, but only at what you could offer? This is how the inner death begins. It doesn't happen all at once. It's slow, subtle, almost invisible. You start by smiling when you don't want to, agreeing when you meant to say no, giving in when you should be standing firm. And in the end, you no longer know who you are. Nietzsche said, "Become who you are." But how can a man become what he never had the courage to be? The man who needs to be chosen by a woman, who depends on her validation to feel worthy. He's already lost before the game even started, because he entered the arena with the wrong weapons. Fear, the desire to please, the craving to be accepted. He doesn't love, he begs. He doesn't desire, he idolizes. He doesn't conquer, he submits. And all of this is sold to you as romance, as respect, as emotional maturity. But underneath it all, it's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being enough. Fear of looking in the mirror and realizing you don't even know who you're looking at. Society has turned men into affection beggars. From a young age, he's taught to compete for female attention. His self-worth is measured by how many women want him. He has no idea how to exist outside the gaze of true masculine power. In Nietzsche's view, is not about domination or coldness or detachment. It's about existential self-sufficiency. It's the man who doesn't need a woman, but chooses one. It's the man who is whole and still shares. It's the man who never begs, but invites. It's the man who, if left, does not crumble, because he was never built from the outside. That kind of man is rare, and that's why he's valuable. Because he isn't shaped by need, but by will to power. He doesn't bow to love, he walks beside it. He doesn't trade freedom for company, because he knows freedom is a man's last sacred possession. You may be wondering now, so should I stop loving? Should I stop caring? Should I stop showing affection? The answer isn't no. It's yes, but with awareness. Love without losing yourself. Care without erasing your identity. Give without dissolving into the other. To Nietzsche, woman is power, seduction, instinct, beautiful chaos. And the man who understands this doesn't try to possess her. He positions himself. He doesn't compete. He doesn't beg. He simply is, with or without her. True love doesn't come from dependency. It comes from overflow. You don't love to fill a hole. You love because you're so full, that you have something to give, But for that to happen, something in you must die. The needy man must die. The approval seeker must die. The man who waits to be chosen must die. Nietzsche said, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." But sometimes it's not about surviving. It's about killing what is already killing you. The fear of being unloved, the illusion of feminine validation, the cowardice of not being yourself in front of the one you desire. Don't wait to be loved before you start living. Don't wait to be chosen to begin your walk. Don't wait for her to see you, to see yourself. You weren't born to live on your knees. You were born to create, to impact, to leave a mark, not by absence, but by presence. The world already has too many men who please. It needs more men who inspire. And maybe right now, the greatest revolution you can make is to look within and decide you will never again beg for love, not for 1 second more. Because the man who needs a woman's approval has already given up his soul. And Nietzsche knew, a man without a soul is just a shadow waiting to be forgotten. If this message reached something deep in you, comment below, "I choose myself." Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to wake up before it's too late. This was a deep dive, but there's still so much more ahead. Live as one who no longer waits to be chosen, choose yourself, and the world will begin to respond differently.